So this is showing off our whole.
We're at the Bergara North American booth, and I'm with Ben Fleming. Ben, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Now, you actually gave us a great overview last year in terms of all the things you do in the precision rifle.
Yes, sir.
And maybe we can just kind of do a quick overview, and we'll focus in on what's new for 2017.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. We'll start. Even as we grew as a company, we grew kind of from the top down. So we started with custom rifles first, and this wall right here is really what that represents.
Yeah.
The main differences as we've grown into custom rifles is that we're building it off of our own action. It's a premier action is what we call that.
Yeah.
Two-lug system, floating bolt head design. It's got a bayonet style firing pin access, so just quarter turn and it all comes apart.
Yeah.
And so with the custom series, really it's like building your own vehicle, right? I mean,
you specify all the components, the specifications.
Yeah, and that's each thing here it's not a cataloged item. These are very specific to the way that people wanted to build them, and so you get to pick. And we even build off some other actions. We've used Manor stocks, we've used Macmillan's, we've got some an AI stock here. We build off of our own too.
Yeah.
So the sky's the limit. It really is. We try to design it in a way that we want this to be something where somebody goes, I've always wanted this gun, and we can build it exactly to meet their specifications.
Now, because you guys got your start making barrels in Spain, that's still the case, right?
Oh yeah.
Barrels made in Spain. The actions are yours, but some of the components like the stock and so on, those
we
are
partner with a lot of other great
Okay.
component manufacturers out there. Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Yeah, our barrels, even on the barrel side, our OEM business is still one of our largest sides of our business. So barrels, I mean, that defines our brand in a certain way. So
in terms of speccing out the barrel for the custom series, I'm seeing a little bit of heavier contour in some of these. How much of that is sort of being able to spec out by the customer in terms of length, contour, that sort of thing?
It is completely up to them.
Okay.
So that's their call. They can say, I want a really heavy, number 7 contour, or they may want to build a mountain rifle, and it's like, I want a 5.5 pound, really lightweight, short barreled,
Gotcha.
Number 2 contour on this mountain rifle, but they want a custom gun. They want something that's going to be, everything in this series is half-minute angle guaranteed. So at 100 yards, guaranteed coming from us, going to shoot half minute or less.
Okay.
So it gives you this really hands-on. They work with our gunsmiths during the whole process, the whole team. It's how do you want to do this? What colors do you want? What tapers? What trigger do you want in it? So it really is a very hands-on, detailed process. So
Very nice.
yeah, it's a good series for us, for sure.
And then moving on from the custom series, what do we have?
Next, below that would be our Premier series, which is it's our top-of-the-line production series.
Let's take a look at that.
Okay, perfect. So the next series that we have is our production series, also known as the Premier Series rifle. So this is our own action that we build in Lawrenceville, Georgia. It's a Timney trigger that we use. We have various stocks, everything from chassis to full carbon fiber, integrated mini chassis, this is our new for 2017, the long range rifle.
I see.
So this is a really lightweight, but it still gives you the ability to have a long range setup. It's got enough weight to really handle if you're using a higher recoil round or something even like a 6 Creedmoor or 6.5 Creedmoor that's a lower recoil. But it really appeals to precision rifle market, long range shooter, somebody who just wants something that has the adjustments, comb height, and length of pull, and the comfort of something that is a higher end long range rifle, but you're not quite stepping up to that price point of a custom rifle.
Because these are not full custom, how much of this is the customer able to spec out, or are these sort of pre-selected components and you have certain models for them to choose from?
They are, yep, okay. Exactly. So we have it basically as a build spec. So everything, 20 MOA rails, it's got our action in it, comes with the AICS mags on these chassis. So it's not as many options as saying, hey, I want this contour on it. It's all set on
Okay.
It is a full production rifle. They're all made in the U.S. here at our facility in Georgia. And with the chassis rifles, and we've got some hunting versions, a mountain rifle that we came out with this year, which is a light, 308 is going to be a sub 6 pound rifle, and anything else in that short action or long action is going to be 6.1 or 6.2. But the Premier series use that action that we design and we build. We use a quality component like a Timney trigger.
Right.
And then on the Premier side, everything is guaranteed sub MOA. So as you can see on some of these targets, we qualify everything before it ships.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it has serial number on it, what ammo we used, the date that we shot, who was the shooter. So all of this stuff is completely laid out and spec'd out, but it's a it's a hands-on, we like to call it a custom quality production build. So everything, similar to our custom series, everything has the builder's hands on it. I mean, it is all put together by hand. It is all tested by hand. We shoot at 100 yards on an outdoor range, off of a bench,
and these
with
have
factory
a
ammunition.
guarantee?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, sub-MOA. So everything is going to be shooting extremely tight groups coming out from us.
Gotcha. And I'm looking at the price. I mean, those are very competitive.
Absolutely.
$2,000 on some of these.
Yeah, it is a. We wanted to open up that production market instead of that custom rifle. We wanted to appeal to that guy who has always dreamed of having a really nice firearm, whether it's a hunting stock or a chassis stock or a long range stock.
Right.
It was something that would open up a custom type feel to a shooter, and they were able to jump into that. And built around that action, it is in our barrel. It's just a fantastic rifle. So
yeah, in fact, Ed and I had a chance to shoot some of your models out at the range on Monday, and they are very accurate, very fun guns.
Yeah, that's always fun. The other thing that we're getting a lot of attention on, we did it last year, even though it's growing even more this year, is we're offering a 6mm Creedmoor in this.
Oh, no kidding.
So
okay.
6.5 far and above was our best seller out of this category last year. And the 6 Creedmoor is a really, really interesting round. And now that there's some factory offerings out there for it, we're seeing a little bit of that growth. So it's getting some good attention. It's fun to shoot, great long range round. And so we're excited about that for this year.
Now, one of the things that we saw at the range on Monday was the B14 series. Should we talk about that?
Yep. Yeah, I would love to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in front of the B14 series rack.
Yes, sir.
What do we got?
So the B14 series really is an indication of the action style that we make. This is our own action that we build in-house at our facility in Bergara, Spain. So it's our own trigger that we designed. It's our own action. What I really love about this series is there's nothing really proprietary about it. We wanted to make it really comfortable for people to have the components that they needed should they want to change things up. AICS mags, we use Remington 700 rings and bases for each one, the hunting models, the long range models. But really exciting for this year, we've got 2 new offerings that are some really hard work in just over the last 18 months, 2 years. We've got what we can call the HMR, it's a hunting and match rifle, and then our BMP, which is a Bergara match precision. It is a full chassis rifle. Now what's interesting about the HMR, you've got a cutaway of it right here, and I've got the complete rifle, but this is an integral mini chassis that goes all the way from the tip of the rifle back to the cheek hardware right here. So it gives it repeatable bedding, gives it a fully floated barrel, gives it strength and rigidity, and it really rounds out this rifle as such a unique thing. And the best part about this thing, comb height adjustment, length of pull, everything all together with all the features, it's a $9.99 price point all day. So it's hitting this segment of the market that allows these shooters to really come into a long range platform.
May I try?
Oh, for sure.
Now, we actually shot this at the range on Monday, and the first thing that we did walking up to it, let's cycle that bolt.
Yeah,
right?
Smooth. Yeah.
That is like glass smooth. I was just astonished at that price that you're able to accomplish that. I don't know if there's any tricks of the trade in doing that, but the nice Timney trigger, real clean, crisp break.
That's our own trigger in that.
Oh, that is?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so we designed that in-house. So the B14 series will use our Bergara trigger.
Okay, and tell us about the stock. I mean, it's got the internal bedding block where the mini chassis.
Yep.
Is this something that you guys make?
We make it all in-house.
Okay.
Yeah, we designed that completely from scratch. And that was part of the the hard work and all the effort that went into that project, was just getting those fine details right, the ergonomics of it. And the thing about this, as you know, you shot it, and we're all different shapes and sizes, and our cheeks sit in different places. So it gives you a platform that you can sit down and really adjust this rifle to fit you best.
Okay.
And if that rifle's fitted to you, you shoot better. I mean, that's you're not having to lift your head up off the stock to see through your optic. It really gives you the ability to sit down and kind of customize the ergonomics of that to each shooter.
And chamber offerings on this?
308 and 6.5 Creedmoor.
Okay.
We've got great plans to really expand on that over the next year or two.
Okay.
But everything right now is 308 and 6.5 threaded muzzle, so it's
so you put a
5/8
brake or a
24.
suppressor on there?
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. And then, like I said, it's going to take Remington 700 bases and rings, AICS mags, so readily available parts and extra accessories for it that you can put on that rifle.
Yeah.
So.
And the pricing on this, I mean, you'd mentioned the $9.99, but this $11.50, is that?
MSRP is going to be our
MSRP is $11.50.
$11.50.
Okay.
Yep. And so it's a fantastic rifle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're really excited for you.
Just the feel of it. And then the kind of the complement to that this year was the design of the B14, the BMP, which is our chassis rifle.
Yep.
We designed this so that it had a lot of really unique features on it too. M-LOK forend, AICS mags on it, same rings and bases as the HMR and the other B14s, but adjustable butt stock, gives you comb height, length of pull, cant on the butt pad, as well as your up and down movement. The same action and same trigger. That kind of, the B14 designates that whole series by using that.
The taper of the barrel is a little bit different than the HMR.
It's going to be a little heavier barrel on it.
Okay.
Yep, and that's going to be, just by design, we wanted to separate those two just a little bit.
Yeah.
And the other chassis rifles that we do have a little bit heavier taper on them. And we did incorporate a barrel nut on this one.
Oh, nice.
So it allows user-friendly, just with some standard tools, doesn't require any gunsmith. You can actually swap out a barrel on it if you wanted to change up your chambering or and put something else different on there. So fantastic gun. We're really excited about both of those. This has got an MSRP of $16.99.
Okay.
So it'll be out there and really competitive. Some unique things, just to mention it real quick too, our butt stock on it. We have adapter where you can actually put just a regular buffer tube on it. So if you want to use your own butt stock on it, you can definitely do that.
Like a Magpul PRS or something
Absolutely.
like that. Okay.
Yep. So we want to make it pretty user-friendly, and there's no need to reinvent the wheel. There's a lot of really good stuff out there, and other key companies that are making some great components for it. So both these rifles are going to be huge additions for the Bergara line, and really something that internally we're extremely proud of. I mean, when we started with this whole Bergara rifle project, it was reasons like these right here that we said, hey, we know this is going to be something really, really good.
Yeah, I think the B14 series are certainly going to be a lot of buzz to talk about that this year. Yeah, at least in the circles that we run in. So.
That's right. I'm so glad you guys got to shoot them. It was fantastic. So
well, thanks, Ben. We really appreciate you spending time with us here at SHOT Show, and we want to wish you the best of luck in 2017.
We appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Good talking to you.